That's my Trangia.
So it's Christmas Eve, and I'm out at Europa campgrounds. Um, I ordered Trangia cooking set the week before Christmas from Gumtree, and uh, the guy that I bought it off did a really good job. Posted it straight away as soon as I sent him the money, and actually received it in the mail, Australia Post, just normal parcel post. About 5 minutes before I actually went to leave to come out to do this hike from Glenwood through to Europa campground. So I was able to take the Trangia, but actually I had already packed my normal billy and self-made alcohol stove. It's a penny stove, pennies in there, an actual proper penny. Um, and I had alcohol fuel, methylated spirits in the kit anyway. So I've got that here just in a normal bottle. But I was able to pack my Trangia and give it a crack. I haven't cooked with a Trangia before. I've cooked on the billy in a normal alcohol stove kind of setup, just doing noodles and pasta and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all I've packed anyway. So I do have I was trying to mix it up a little bit, and I've got some cut up onion and garlic and carrots and chili and things like that just to spice it up a little bit. I'm just going to do a normal pasta. Actually, I think I bought a potato too and some frozen peas and corn. So I'm going to try and put them into boil in the pot. Do the potatoes first, then put the pasta on, let the potatoes soften with the frozen peas and corn. Do the pasta, simmer it with the simmering, it's the full kit. It's a 27 series kit, which is 1 to 2 person. Let it simmer and do the I just realised I had 2 pots and I didn't bring the second pot because I thought I wasn't going to use it, but I actually probably wish I'd had it now because I would actually use it. I wonder if my billy, just out of curiosity, this is a standard Australian type billy. I wonder if it fits in the Trangia. You know what? It does. It actually fits right in there perfectly. So I might actually use that to cook the corn and try and do the pasta in the Trangia and see how we go. So let's give this a crack, hey? First step is I need to cut up the potato. There's a lot of kookaburras and cockatoos that have been around this area, and the sun's just setting over there now, so I've got really good timing for this. I've been here a little while and set up the tent, but just wanted to let the sun go down a bit and not be so harsh before I start cooking. So there's kookaburras floating around there. I've actually probably bought way too much food, but I wanted to be prepared because it's Christmas. So we'll see what we can do. I'm sure the pasta is right at the bottom here of this bag. My food bag. There we go. So that's the pasta, just a normal standard Alfredo pasta. Got some other goodies in there, coffee for the morning. Some tuna, because I've never had tin tuna before, so I thought I'll take it. It's not too heavy. I'll see what I can do with it. Maybe tomorrow for lunch. This is the fresh food. And some olive oil. Well, fresh as in frozen, so they're already defrosted. I'll cook them. The corn and peas. This is my onion and chili, garlic and corn, carrot. This is my potato. I'm going to try and boil it. Let's see what happens. I'm going to cut it off and try and boil it. Oh, I should get the water on to start already, hey? So pasta in there, the potatoes in here. This is my normal billy. sparrows are laughing at me. My cooking water. I've got a water bladder over there for my backpack to drink on the hike. It's about 2 hours from here to Glenbrook. So let's get some fuel in here. Got a feeling there's going to be quite a few mosquitoes around here. There's a lot of flies earlier. That's a bit over a cup of water, which is probably not enough, but I haven't got a lot of potatoes here. Well, it doesn't really fit properly, I'll put it that way. But that'll sit there for a bit while I cut up this potato. I'll even try and fry the potato in the garlic and onion in the fry pan, because I've got a fry pan now, and that's the whole point of having the Trangia. It's not too heavy, it's not as light as my billy can and alcohol penny stove, but it's not too bad for all the things that you get. And so I've seen, so I need to see how it's going to cook, I guess. Probably should let that bloom a little bit, I guess, before I put the billy on. So I am a little bit familiar with cooking on an alcohol stove. I did alcohol stove on the overland track in Tasmania. We had a lot of couscous, but I even managed to cook popcorn and noodles and pasta. Use a lot of water for this. So that's got a nice little bloom happening there now. It's a good windscreen. It is a little bit breezy here. You probably can't see it on the camera, but it's a little bit breezy. Just gonna put the potatoes in straight away. I probably should have bought some salt to put in with my cooking, but oh well. There it goes. I'm going to get eaten alive by mosquitoes. I probably didn't bring mosquito repellent either. Okay, so put the lid on that. I do the onion and garlic and corn with the potatoes in the fry pan. Put the peas in with the potatoes, or after the potatoes are done, just to cook them up pretty quickly. They'll be pretty quick. And the pasta. So pasta will go into this bowl, a bit of water, after the potatoes are softened up a bit. So let's come back in a couple of minutes after the potatoes are softened. So the water is boiling now for the potatoes. I don't need it to boil, I just need it to keep warm and simmer. So I'm going to try the simmer ring. I like this trick from watching YouTube. Spin that around a little bit, just a nice little simmer flame, like that. Mosquito, another one bites the dust. Put the billy back on, still going, the flame. Here we go, we'll let that simmer for a couple of minutes, and then I'll take it off and let it rest. Just to keep the heat in the container, put the peas in. I might put the peas in now. Peas and corn. They're pretty well defrosted. Back on, they'll cook nicely. I burn my fingers on the handles of the billy just before, that's why I'm using the hat to pick it up now. So lesson learnt, that flame heats up those handles on the billy very well. Okay. Okay, so I'll check the potatoes now. Just starting to get a little bit soft, so I'll take them off. Let them sit there for a bit. That flame might actually be too small for cooking the pasta. Actually, it might have gone out. How about that? Let's try and just light it again. I can find the lighter. There we go. Okay, there's a flame. And it's simmering. So I don't want the pasta to cook too quickly. But I need to boil water first. So I'll put the flame out. That's brilliant. Well done. Open the simmering. This is where Trangia gets a bit tricky, I guess. So that'll be almost a full flame. That's the lights. Actually, I'll take it off because I want this water to boil quickly. So we'll put the simmering on again a bit later. So there's the proper full flame. It's supposed to be, it's the instructions say 1 cup of light milk and 3/4 cup of hot water. Well, that's neither. This is about just over a bit over a cup of water. So we'll use all that. So a cup and a half. And I'll use the frying pan lid to make it boil quicker. See how we go. What do we got? Oh, I was going to say, where's my phone? I'll time it. There's my phone recording. So we'll see. It'll boil pretty quickly. So there you go. It's about 3 minutes later. I think the water's boiling. I can see the steam coming up. Let me figure out how to get the lid off. There we go. Water's definitely boiling. So instructions are bring water to the boil, add pasta, condense the boil while stirring. So got my Cedar Summit spork that I'll stir with. Let's open this pasta, add it to the water. And stir. Blah blah blah. So stir and then simmer for 10 minutes. So I'll stir this, let it bubble up a bit, make sure it's all mixed, and then simmer it uncovered for 10 minutes. It's really strong heat coming off that, I can feel it. So, time for the simmering. I want it to simmer, so I'll put the simmering down around about there. I'll probably have to adjust it once I pick it up and put it back on. There we go, that's too much. It can be a bit tricky, but I did see someone do it relatively efficiently. That'll be okay. stuck. That's probably a simmer flame. Let's put the pieces back together. It's very nice, just a gentle flame. I'll simmer uncovered for 10 minutes. Stir it a little bit. So once that's done, close to 5-6 minutes, I'll take it off, let it sit, and then start doing the potatoes and garlic and onion in the fry pan. Ooh, that's still hot. Okay, let's give it a couple of minutes. It's been about 6-7 minutes. I've had to adjust the simmer ring a couple of times, just getting used to the temperature ratings on the Trangia stove. So I think that's pretty good. The pasta looks pretty well done. I just tasted a little bit. I'll taste it again. Really good, and the pasta's cooked. So I'm going to take that off and start doing the potatoes and the onion and garlic. Put it over here actually. So I'll just trim that down a little bit. That flame, because I'm going to put the fry pan on now. And I don't know how well the fry pan's going to absorb the heat or whatever. So I'll just trim the flame down a little bit. Because potatoes and onion are used to being cooked quite hot. But let's get our fry pan. Flame's nice little simmer flame, so we'll start with that and then try and heat it up a little bit as we go. I'm getting used to adjusting the flame now, so there's a bit of olive oil. I think I hadn't really prepared for cooking like this. Like I said, I was going to cook on my penny stove and kind of do it all in the billy. This is my penny stove, in case you're curious. I made it myself out of 2 Coke cans. It's got an actual proper 1942 penny that I think my grandfather gave me. So we'll just put that aside for a second. I might actually put the potatoes in first to try and crisp them up a little bit. But the thing is, there's got corn and peas in the billy now, and I want to put them in with the pasta. I thought I was going to cook them all together. But what I might do is try and take the potatoes out, put them in the fry pan. Let's get the fry pan latches up. Too easy. I might try and scoop them out, I think, the potatoes, because there's not that many in there. Corn now, and peas. I'll drain that in a second, put that in with the pasta. Let's get the fry pan on. I'll bring that flame up a little bit. I want this to be quite warm for the potatoes. There we go. Let's see what happens. The onion and garlic and corn, carrots. I'm getting my vegetables all mixed up. So let's hope that gets quite hot actually. Considering I need the potatoes to cook properly, and they're soft they are, so they're cooked. But I want them to be a bit firm, like crispy fries. So I might actually bring the simmering off altogether. That works. Get a full proper flame going. If I need to, I'll turn it down. There we go. Not sure if you can see the flame there, but it's coming up nicely. Let's start frying something. This is lessons in cooking with a Trangia. So the other thing I said is I'm going to try and bring that flame down a little bit. That is really super hot now. Probably too hot for the fry pan, to be honest. That's a bit better looking flame. First time I cooked on my penny stove was horrendous. I had no idea what I was doing. Never used an alcohol stove before, so it was a sharp learning curve. So this is going very well by comparison. Get that fuse out. I really don't want it to stick, so I'm going to use a bit more olive oil. That might get a bit better heat and frying action happening as well. I've got quite a bit of olive oil here. Get the rest of this good stuff going in here. So this is certainly the best cooking I've done on hike, on a trail somewhere. Like I said, I usually used a penny stove and a single billy, and it was mostly couscous, instant noodles, instant pasta with just everything thrown in. So nothing like frying potatoes or something like that. I've lost my holder. There you go. Yeah, so I can see that could quite easily stick, especially if it's not level. It's kind of not level right now. I'm not sure if you can see it, but the oil is all going to one side. Let that fry for a little bit. So have a look at this pasta. I want to get the peas and corn in there. Oh, very nice. That looks perfect. Oh, so good. I'll just drain the water out of the peas and corn. Make sure I keep stirring these potatoes so they don't stick too much. Oh wow, can you see the blood? I'll just taste a little bit of this potato here. See, pick a small piece and see how it's going. Like that. Really good. Probably could have cooked potatoes a little bit longer. So let's just fry them and see what happens. I'll use a billy lid to try and keep a bit of heat in there. This is a perfect fit. Then I go more olive oil and turn this heat up a bit. Try and fry some stuff here a bit more. Try a bit of the carrot. Probably, honestly, it's a little bit crisp. hasn't really softened like it would in a fry pan back home. You see some things are sticking in the middle there. Probably because the olive oil is going off to one side. That's why I'm trying to keep stirring it so it doesn't stick, and mix the olive oil around. It's actually starting to get a little bit dark here. I mean, it's still light, the camera probably isn't picking it up the same, but let's just show some light on the subject. This handle is really easy to use, like there's no hesitation or no fucking around most of the time. Just pick it up and then grab whatever it is you're trying to grab. It works really well, like that's so simple. Especially considering that I've burnt my fingers so many times, even today, tonight, with that billy pan, trying to grab the handles. And this Cedar Summit spork is, I guess it's plastic, it's not metal or titanium or anything like that, so it's not scratching the pan as I'm trying to scrape off the potato that's sticking to the bottom. Well, to be honest, I think that's all pretty well done. Like, this is edible, I'm just being fussy now. So, I'll let that sit for a minute. I'll put the pasta onto my plate I'm going to eat off. And then dish up some of the potatoes. So here we go, this is the thing, right? I'm putting their Trangia out now. So you use the simmer ring to do that, which I'm sure you've all seen. And this is how I've been adjusting the flame, if I can find my knife, is pin it down on one side and then just tick this around. There you go, flames out, all done. Put the windshield back on, just get out of the way. I'll let the fry pan just rest on top there for a bit. I'll actually probably stir it a little bit more. That's still got warmth in it, so it's still heating up a little bit, and it's all cooked anyway. Looks really good. I'll put some of the potatoes on my plate. It's very carb heavy by the look of it, this plate. I've left a little bit there because I've got some more pasta as well, so I'll see how I feel after eating this bit. And that's that. So, holy crap, I've cooked my first meal on a Trangia. It's Alfredo pasta, corn and peas and carrots and onion fried potato in a Trangia. using pretty much all the equipment, minus one pot that I use my billy instead. So there you go, I'm going to eat. Let's see how it tastes. Let's try the potatoes. Some salt and pepper would be good. There you go.